If there's two things I can get behind, one of those things is Smash Bros, and the other one of those things is waifus. And Smash Bros has plenty of waifus. Let's take a closer look at each one of them and what are their pros and cons and who is the true supreme waifu among them. First up is Peach. She has a pretty true and tried design. She hasn't really changed all that much over the years. Her aerials and moves are pretty basic, lots of hearts and rainbows. Her taunts are okay at best, and her idle animations aren't too shabby, but really nothing that makes her stand out amongst the crowd here. Some people might consider this a hot take, but compared to Peach, I feel like Daisy is a much better waifu, at least in this game. She has better idle animations and they have basically the same moveset, so I mean, nothing too much to look at there, but her taunts are much better than Peach's. Also, both her and Peach use Toad in ways that I don't think you're supposed to use your castle servants. Just throwing that out there. Next we have Zero Suit Samus, who is very elegant among all of the Smash women. She's much taller than the rest, and even though she isn't quite as proportional as she was in the previous game, she still has all that style. Her dodge animation is particularly smooth, and her down throw is yes. Her taunts are alright, as well as her idle animations, not too bad. If I had to peg her as a certain type, I'd definitely peg her as the tsundere. Just my guess. She also comes in a couple of other flavors if you're into that. She's got her power armor and then her dark self, but that's a little bit spooky for me, so don't know if you could qualify that as a waifu. Next we have Sheik, who started out as the cross-dressing waifu, if you will. Initially thought to be a man, she actually turned out to be Zelda in disguise, spoiler alert. She's very agile and very flexible, things that you do want to look out for in your waifu. As far as aerials and taunts and idle animations, those are all pretty weak though, as she's only been in one game, so not much going on there. Her alter ego Zelda has seen a major upgrade in the waifu department in this game. Her ultimate redesign is 100% anime, and I am 100% in love with it. It's super great, her new taunts are awesome, she's got some banging idle animations, and even her moves are very magical, and she is very deserving of the title of a princess. I might be being biased because she had such a big upgrade from last game to this game, but it's hard to deny her anime appeal. Up next we have Bayonetta, who drops the anime appeal for straight up sex appeal. Now, I'm honestly quite surprised that she even made it into Smash Bros in the first place, but that doesn't deny her top tier spot as a waifu in that game. In this game, the competition's a little more stiff and not that much has changed about her though, besides the fact that her smash attacks make her lose clothes and her idle animations and taunts are pretty strong. It's hard to recommend her for everybody. And that's not to say that she doesn't have the sex appeal for everyone, it's just she doesn't have all the waifu qualities that I'm personally looking for. Rosalina is kind of a mixed bag for me. While she doesn't have any game to really pull moves from outside of her appearances in the Galaxy games, I do like her style and design. Her moves are super bland though, and her idle animations aren't anything to write home about. She has some okay taunts. The Luma definitely ups her cute factor. She might be the tallest one out of everyone, I'm not quite sure about that, but you can't deny that she does have style. I feel like Palutena has an unfair advantage considering in both Kid Icarus Uprising and her introduction trailer for Smash 4, she was a literal anime girl. I feel like that kind of gives her the edge over everyone, but there's no denying that her walking animation, her aerials, her taunts, her idle animations are all super strong waifu material. Her design is damn near perfect if we're talking about anime aesthetics, and she really brings that into her fighting style too, I feel like, up to shouting out the moves that she uses by name. Will all this be enough to carry her to the title of Ultimate Waifu? I don't know. We'll have to find out. It wouldn't be a Smash Bros game without Fire Emblem characters, and there are quite a few to get through, so starting with Lucena. I've never been that much of a fan of her. I do like her character design. I'm really down with the huge boots and the whole mask vibe, but other than that, it's hard to see her as anything other than just a female Marth for me. I do like her taunts, and I do actually enjoy her idle animations, but other than that, her aerials and throws are pretty weak in the waifu department. Not to slam on her too much, I do enjoy the performance that her voice actress puts in, and that goes the same for all the Fire Emblem characters in this game. I feel like all the performances are really strong this time around. Next up, we have the female version of Robin. Now, I always personally have liked bookish girls. I think they're pretty quality. As far as character design goes, I enjoy the cloak, and the silver hair is a big anime win. She's got some pretty commanding taunts, but as far as idle animations go and actual moves go, there's nothing too substantial there. If anything, I'm sure a lot of people can pull enjoyment from the sorceress elements of her character, but that's not my cup of tea personally. Corrin's an interesting one. Now, beyond the obvious foot fetish claims that she kind of sort of fulfills for everyone there, her character design is actually super solid. I dig the armor and I dig the hairstyle, even if it's a little unorthodox. The big interesting thing here is the whole transforming into a dragon thing. I don't know how many people like that sort of thing. Personally, I don't know if I'm into it in this particular case because it's like a full-on transformation rather than like the cute anime girl type-esque thing where you get the 2 ears and the tail of whatever creature you are, or whatever it has to be in that particular moment. She rounds out the female Fire Emblem girls, and I gotta say, I do enjoy her moves probably the most out of all of them. I feel like they have the most thought put into them and are the most unique out of all 3. But hey, at the very least, she can step on you. Wii Fit Trainer is definitely an anomaly here because while I can acknowledge her figure and her design, I gotta say it's kind of weird that she's white as a mannequin, so as far as her idle animation and her moves and such go, they are almost all yoga poses or some kind of stretch or physical activity, which doesn't really affect my decision one way or the other. I just think that that's interesting that they managed to pull that many real-life things into this one character design. Out of every single character in Smash Bros, I definitely would never have seen her getting in. All in all, she's not too shabby. Good design, but brings up some problematic questions to say the least. And so, taking all of the prior information into account, I can without doubt 100% say that the best waifu, the ultimate waifu if you will, is none other than King DDD. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, help me out. If you didn't, tell me what I could do better down in the comments below. Also, tell me who your favorite Smash waifu is and why I'm wrong about everything I just said.